Beijing, China's capital and its cultural nerve center, a modern metropolis with traditional roots. And now it becomes the first city in the world to host both Summer and Winter Olympics. After 14 years, the biggest sporting extravaganza returns to Beijing. Thousands of athletes from around the globe will compete in over 100 events at 3 zones. Cheered on by over 1.4 billion Chinese citizens and millions abroad. CGTN will bring you a ringside view of the historic event. 2022 Beijing Olympics, the games that matter on CGTN. See the difference.
Well, welcome to the first episode of our Winter Games Express. I'm Gang with CGTN. And today we're going to bring you the latest news and fresh information about upcoming games and events. And also tonight, it's a really big day today as we're going to watch the opening ceremony of the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games. And as you can tell, I'm now at the mobile studio at a high-speed railway train heading to Qinghe. The train connects the 2 major competition zones, Beijing and Zhangjiakou, of the Games. And starting from today, our show Winter Games Express will bring you the latest information about the Games. So joining me today are 3 of my colleagues from Spain, Russia, and Belgium.
Hello.
So welcome, hello.
Thank you.
Hello, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Hello everyone, I'm Sarah from Spain. I'm so happy and I hope all of you enjoyed this amazing trip. Soy Sara de España y os mando un saludo desde Beijing.
Well, first of all, Happy Chinese New Year.
Happy New Year.
Pleasure to be here. I'm Romel Bronchard, I work for CGTN French. Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Romel Bronchard et je suis journaliste pour CGTN français.
And my name is Alexander Kopisov, or simply Sasha from Russia. I work for CGTN Russian. I hope you will enjoy this trip. Удачи всем на Олимпийских играх. Ура!
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here.
Pleasure.
But before getting into more details about the exciting opening ceremony today, we're going to have the latest from the torch relay. So my colleague Dai Kai-yi has been reporting the event for 2 days. So Kai-yi, tell us more about how you feel that.
Well, yes, Gong, right now at the Summer Palace, one of the most iconic tourism spots, if you will, in Beijing. And as you can see behind me, the logo of Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics and the most iconic scenery. I'm not sure if you can see from my phone here. So the torch relay this morning here started at around 8:40 a.m. The torchbearers include, on-air personality, Sa Beining from China Media Group, as well as table tennis Olympic gold medalist, as well as a Tibetan postal mail driver. So it's chilly here, I have to say. I can't feel my face, my fingers, but it's probably nothing compared to yesterday's section at the Badaling of the Great Wall, as I've heard that the temperature dropping to minus 11 degrees Celsius, something like that. So it's kind of crazy, but yesterday we've also saw some of the Jackie Chan, the famous movie actor from China's Hong Kong SAR, and also another table tennis Olympic gold medalist, Ma Long. So they all said they hope they enjoy the international athletes coming to China can enjoy their stay here and perform their best during the games. And also one of the highlights at the very first day of the torch relay, I have to say, is the underwater robot. As we saw, the torch bearer handed the flame to an amphibious robot who then glided on the ice before it dived into the water, and then it handed over the flame to another underwater robot. So the whole process happened underneath the surface of the water. It's amazing. It's unprecedented in modern Olympic history. So the flame will be handed over to the closed loop this afternoon before the final lighting ceremony during tonight's opening ceremony of the 2022 Winter Olympics. So that's something we're going to be watching closely. So this is so far all I have for the torch relay. Back to you, Ga.
Thank you, Kai. So this sounds really interesting. They have the robot passing the torch, and also it was first time that's underwater. So now let's shifting back to our most exciting topic for today, and that will be the opening ceremony. So for me, I still remember me watching the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. I was in middle school, and I watched all the fireworks on TV, but I can hear the sound actually from my window. It was very beautiful. It's out the steps towards the bird nest. So last we saw a very spectacular scene there, and also inside the performance was also very good. And I always think that of a very great combination of Chinese traditional culture and the country's international influence. So the opening ceremony was directed by Zhang Yimou, who's also the same director of tonight's opening ceremony. And Sarah, I know you're a fan of him, so tell us more about what do you expect of the show?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Zhang Yimou. I like very much his film, so I'm looking forward to watching the opening ceremony. After all, he was the mastermind behind the opening and closing ceremony at Beijing 2008.
Yeah.
Well, for this ceremony, I heard it's gonna be way simpler, but at the same time, it's gonna be very special due to the circumstances of COVID-19, the pandemic. So I expect to see a combination of cultural elements and high technologies.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be amazing. I recall from the last time, like the relay at the relay moment, like a guy outstand, like
it's like
suspended in
there.
the
We have the
mid-air,
picture, yes.
and it's super beautiful. It was kind of a magical moment.
Yeah, if you can see, that's super, it's super spectacular.
It's also a beautiful stadium too.
Beautiful
Of
with the
course.
fireworks and the lights.
Yeah, this is the guy you mentioned,
the
right?
athlete.
Like lighting as Yao Ming.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah,
of course.
So Sasha, what's your expectation?
And we were promised that the Olympic flame would be lit in a special way, but now it's a mystery.
Of course.
And I know for the director, it will be more difficult to make a show than in 2008. Due to the pandemic situation, it's impossible to make a show with a huge number of actors, singers, but he promised us to present interesting creative ideas to compensate it with new approaches in such areas as light, videography and sound.
Of course. And what about you?
Well, just as Sasha and Sarah said, I'm really looking forward to see the new technologies that are going to be implemented during the ceremony. I'm also looking forward to seeing some AR, hopefully, augmented reality. Maybe in the future we'll also have some VR, or really have the impression that we're in the stadium. So that would be great.
Yeah, of course. And I'm curious about the opening ceremonies of of your country's game. So starting from you, Sarah, we know the Barcelona's opening the games in 1992 was also very spectacular, and the Olympic website said it needs a bit of luck. So I wonder why is that?
Yes, you're right. I'm gonna tell the story.
Yeah, and
the
we-
archer
Cheers
who
to-
led the cultural at the Olympics in Barcelona in 1992 was a Paralympic archer, and the organizers were afraid whether he was emotionally ready to handle the pressure, the huge pressure. So 2 years earlier, Antonio Rebollo started to practice. 2 years, amazing. Among 700 archers, he was chosen for that special night.
Wow.
Yeah,
You shot the arrow, right? Like-
an
The
arrow
fire, like-
in fire. Yeah, which is very difficult. But finally, he hit the target. I also have to say, like, during these 2 years, he practiced around 200 times, and he just missed the shot twice.
2 times.
2 times, yeah. Just in case, maybe there's any kind of complication during the games, organizers were ready. So actually, Antonio Rebollo, he just had to throw the arrow to the cauldron. But the arrow didn't land into the cauldron. It was just necessary to fly nearby, close enough to ignite the flame.
Yeah, but practice makes perfect. I can't imagine like how much time he has invested in that.
Yeah,
right?
he's very talented. I
Yeah.
have to say, like.
I see. And also, Belgium has one of the games.
Yes,
right?
Belgium organized the games in 1920, so that's 102 years ago, and it was the Summer Olympic Games, so not the Winter Games. And there's a big contrast between the games 102 years ago and today in many different aspects. What's very interesting is also the extremely low attendance that happened during the games, which we could say is a similarity with today because of the pandemic. A lot of people will not be able to go on site and attend the games. A lot of people are very disappointed about that, but it's the best way to prevent the current pandemic situation. So that is one similarity, and that was mostly because people could not afford to buy tickets because Europe, and especially Belgium, just came out of the First World War. So people were poor, and that made it that Belgium actually lost a lot of money in the organization of the games. So that's a small similarity between the attendance, but a lot of people are going to be watching the games via their phones or on TV, so the attendance is going to be very, very high.
Yeah. Yes,
Tickets
of
were very
course.
expensive.
Back in the day, I think they were quite expensive, yeah. Another interesting fact about the 1920s Antwerp Belgium Games was that there was the oldest Olympian to participate. He was 72 years old.
Well,
He
72
was a
years old.
shooter, and his name was Oscar Swan from Sweden. And then finally, another interesting point was that also because the war had ravaged the whole of Europe, a lot of the infrastructure was missing. There was a lot of unfinished buildings, and so the games were difficult to acquire. Construction had not been completed, and the athletes, in stark contrast with today, were sleeping on folding cots, and today they have wonderful beds. We'll see it later on.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful.
Mascots.
Yeah, exactly.
And also for you, Sasha, that Russia just held the Winter Olympic in Sochi in 2014, and Chinese President Xi Jinping was there. And today and tonight for the opening ceremony, President Putin will also be present. So tell us more about the exchange.
And Vladimir Putin has already staged that the rich experience accumulated in China during the international competitions will allow this celebration to be held at the highest level. And he also said that he warmly remembers his trip to Beijing in 2008. And today, a lot of Russian-speaking people will gather in Russia Culture Center in Beijing. So we will watch the opening ceremony, not only Russians, but Russian-speaking people from Belarus, from Kazakhstan, from Ukraine. So we will be together, like in the motto, together for a shared future.
Of course. And you will have a special performance at the end of our show, so stay tuned.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That's surprise.
Yeah, of course. And so now we're on the high-speed railway train. Although we can now see the speed, we actually feel it's like super fast, but very smooth. So the train actually aims to help athletes to commute between competition zones in Beijing and Zhangjiakou. So Sarah, it's the first time you board on the train.
Yeah,
How's it like? How does it feel like?
That's my very first time here in this train. As a journalist, I have to say, this is a place where I feel very comfortable to work with my computer or even with my mobile phone. It's stable, it's very comfortable, I don't feel the speed, and I like to be here very much. It's such a nice experience. And besides that, I also feel like this kind of technology is going to be revolutionary in the future, especially in the field of journalism and communication.
Yeah, and you all work here before, right? Like you've been on the train for not only once.
Yes, I've done 4 back and forths already.
my
Sasha,
God.
I think you've done quite a few also.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have been here for a third time.
But it's the first time I'm in a studio that's moving. Actually, that's the
Yes,
first
Correct.
time.
experienced
Second time,
passengers.
sorry. Yeah, exactly. And we have a beautiful view, and we're very well accompanied. And so I think it's very important as a journalist, as Sarah mentioned, to be able to send our work from one place to another. And the 5G transmission here enables that.
Of course.
Also, there's 400 5G base stations along the way from Beijing to Zhangjiakou. That's a lot of base stations.
Yeah.
And that can just basically ensure a stable signal transmission.
Of course. So I also read a very interesting comparison from the Washington Post and said that back in 2008, and the total mile of China's high-speed railway was only 70 miles. And now guess what? The number was over 24,000. So that was quite
Wow.
striking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and And also, I think China's high-speed railway features stability, right? It's very stable and smooth here. And Sasha, we know you have like special demonstration, so tell us more about it.
Yes, no vibration, shake or trembling. I think it's better to show. For example, glass of water, not glass but bottle. You can see?
Oh,
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but there's no pressure there, Sasha.
No
you have to take
pressure.
off. You have to
No,
open
no
the
problem.
bottle first.
okay, that would be a lot more
Yes.
challenging.
Yes.
Okay, still. Let's. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No problem.
Wow.
Now stand up and on one foot.
Yes, yes.
With one hand on the head.
You're making
I
it
can
way
run
more
with it.
difficult.
No, I think that's very challenging. So well.
And
Yeah.
there's a special carriage for media.
yeah, we have that.
Yes, in this train, there are very comfortable tables. The position can be adjusted. So in addition, each workplace
Yeah, this
is
is the-
equipped with outlet for connection of the electrical network. And thanks for 5G technology, the footage can be transferred to the Beijing very, very fast.
I see. That's so cool. And we're expecting to see play a bigger role in the games. But not only so, actually after the game, the train will be preserved for residents to commute between the two places. So for Beijing and also for China, will better help promote urbanization and also integration among cities.
Well, as somebody who hates taking the plane, I'm very happy to be in China because we can go anywhere with the train. It's so practical.
Yeah, and it's also not so expensive, right? Like,
Exactly,
It's fine.
it's not expensive, and even the older trains, the ones that are the sleeping carriages. I mean, those are very fun to experience too.
Yeah.
And you can sleep one night in the train, and the next morning you wake up and have a coffee, and you're in another city in the other side of China.
course.
And it's a great feeling.
Have you ever tried a sleeping carriage?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have.
once
definitely.
here, and I agree with my colleague. Like, I think traveling in train here in China is very comfortable. China is such a huge country; distances are huge.
Yeah.
So every time I have to take the fast train, I'm very happy. Like, wow, I can travel from Beijing to Shanghai in just like 4 to 5
Yeah,
hours.
4 to 5 hours from
I watch a
Beijing.
film or I play with my Nintendo Switch. And
Imagine,
voila!
imagine if we had that in Europe, how it would be.
Oh my God,
so
I
much-
would be
we
so
would be traveling all the
excited.
time, you know, seeing all of Europe. It would really help to open our eyes on Europe, you know.
And now
Yeah.
we can see very beautiful landscapes.
Yeah, there are
really,
mountains outside.
mountains and so on. So it's like a journey.
Yeah, it's like a journey, especially with snow, will be a lot better. Yeah, so now turn to another topic. We're going to talk about the medals, which are also very exciting. So after it officially start tonight, there are already games going on,
Yeah.
and we're expecting 109 medals for this event, and there will be 7 new events for this time. So I wonder, what are some chances of medals for your countries?
Well, for Belgians and French, we really like skiing. So during the winter holidays, we like to go to Germany, Switzerland, or France to go ski. Unfortunately, Belgium doesn't have many good ski resorts. So I think that Belgium and France will mostly be focusing themselves on the ski events. But French are also looking forward to the biathlon, downhill skiing, freestyle, acrobatic skiing. And for the Belgians, figure skating, speed skating are also, we have high hopes on those disciplines. And Belgium this year is sending the largest delegation ever of 28 athletes, and who will also participate in the largest number of sports ever during the Winter Olympics. So let's go Belgium!
Yeah, there's a lot to expect. And what about
Yeah.
Spain?
Well, as you may know, like Spain has a rich history in winter sports, but we have outstanding athletes. We have 14 of them participating in these winter sports. I'd say like the most popular winter sports in Spain are alpine skiing and snowboard. In this occasion, I'm rooting for Keral Castellet.
We have a
this is-
picture of her.
Yeah,
right?
we have a picture of her.
Yeah,
Please,
sure.
you can show to the spectators. This
Yeah,
is
if
the
you wanna
5th
take a
time that
closer
Keral
look.
is gonna take part in the Olympic Games in snowboard half pipe, and I really hope that she's gonna climb up to the podium.
What was her place during the last time?
Last time in Pyeongchang, she was 7th.
7, so that's quite close, right?
Yeah, quite close. So I really hope she gets a chance to grab a medal. So
Yeah.
Yayo, Keral?
This might be a
Yeah.
stupid question, Sarah, but so where do Spanish athletes go to practice during the Winter Games? Do you have mountains?
Yeah, of
Do you
course we have
yeah.
mountains. Like many of my friends, they love sports like skiing or snowboard, so they go to the north of Spain, center, or
Okay.
even the south of the country. So there is no problem to practice.
But that would be
Interesting.
privilege for Belgium, right? You have mountains.
Yeah, we have mountains, but not really good. I mean, I don't think they're very good. So yeah.
Without snow.
About?
Mountains without snow.
I think there is a bit of snow, but not much.
but
Yeah.
not
That takes
Yeah,
a lot for winter sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what about you, Sasha?
And
Russia is so strong.
Russian
very
team will be
competitive.
represented by athletes who will compete for medals in all sports.
Wow.
213 athletes.
Wow.
So we expected our athletes to prove themselves in 4 disciplines: snowboarding, hockey, figure skating, and biathlon. So there are a lot of footages from Olympic Village, how Russian ice hockey players, they train from morning till night, and it's very interesting that in the Olympic Village they were settled right in front of their well-known rivals, Canadians.
Canadians. Okay.
Yes. Yes. And I'm a real fan of figure skating because for me it's not just only a sport. It's like a sport plus art.
Yeah, of course.
And you know that the Russian classic ballet is one of the best in the world. I'm sure that Russian choreographers with the Russian athletes, they tried their best to make here in Beijing a real magic of dance on ice.
Of course. So before getting into more details, we have like a friend on website. Her name is Winterberry. She says 5G Technology Express trains awesome, and that's quite true. That's what we feel.
Yeah.
And another friend is called 31st Century Socialism. He said it really is a journey.
A journey, exactly.
Yeah,
As
exactly.
Sasha said just now.
Yeah, there are mountains and also quite a grasslands.
Yep.
And then Prusay from YouTube asked us, where are they traveling from and to? So we're actually from Zhangjiakou
To
Beijing.
Beijing.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's about 50 minutes, right? It's quite
47 minutes to be
47.
exact.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And the
47.
distance is 187 kilometers.
Oh, okay, we got
Yeah.
different numbers there. Sasha.
Yeah. And you got good math. You
And-
remember numbers so clear.
Yeah. I read 170 kilometers. You said 187. right?
187.
Okay. And before it used to take 3 hours to do
3
this
hours.
distance.
3 or
this
4.
Distance, yeah.
Yes.
Wow,
And now
time
47
flies.
minutes. Yeah.
I think
Yeah. So it's like fast.
it's
So
very
fast.
fast.
It's really
we are
fast.
talking, and I don't have the feeling like this is taking very long. So
Yeah, of course. And also there are other star players besides your countries, right? Like they're from China, from Japan, from all countries. So who's your favorite, Sarah?
well, my favorite athlete is Eileen Gu. I'm also rooting for her. I've been following her steps during the last year.
Yeah, she's
and
so popular.
she's so popular, especially in China.
Very talented.
Talented. I think she has great chances to grab a medal in freestyle skiing. And actually, it's amazing because last year she managed to get like a double cork 1440, which is a very extremely difficult trick.
Yeah.
Um,
But she made the move, right? Like
yeah. I watched the video and I thought, wow, this girl is amazing.
No sweat.
yeah, you watch her video?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can do it too, yeah.
She's very young and very talented.
Yeah, so I'm looking
course.
forward to watching her on the big stage.
Of course. And also, I guess for the games, like participating in games are important, but there are also a lot of other aspects like very, very amazing about games, like technology and how much it has done to prevent the pandemic because it's still during very difficult times too. So what do you think about this game, and what do you find also very interesting besides the competition itself?
Oh, I think now not every blogger is an athlete, but now every athlete is a video blogger. Because yes, the Russian athletes, they sent dozens of video to Moscow, and they were really delighted with the technical equipment and with robots. They also like the equipment in their rooms, especially the beds that allows to adjust the height of headboards. And this is very important because there is a strong contrast between Olympic Village in Tokyo,
Yeah.
where beds were made almost out of cardboard.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of jokes from different
That's
athletes.
to the reason why it was in cardboard,
Yes.
right?
And now comfortable beds are really very important because of the time comparison between Moscow and Beijing, 5 hours.
Yeah.
So we need to really have a good sleep.
Recuperate
Yes.
the sleep, yeah.
And I know Russian athletes were really delighted with the menu.
Menu?
Menu in canteens.
So what are some food they are
Yes,
having?
700 dishes, as I know. and
Wow.
they mentioned that it's very interesting that pepper and bay leaf is excluded from the menu because it's believed that they can affect doping tests.
Oh, wow.
It's really a sneak peek of how rich China's food, like the
Yes.
traditional of Chinese food
Yeah.
culture is. And also Winter Berry also says that expectation that there will be a lot of fireworks for the Winter Olympic opening ceremony, and we're also expecting that.
Yeah, of course. I love that.
Yeah, fireworks are always good.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
also back to the games. I worked for the military games in
Oh,
Wuhan
wow.
that happened in 2019.
19,
Yeah.
And so I got a glimpse, sneak peek on how China organizes these big events, how the catering is done, how the hosting is done for the athletes. And I'm 100% sure it's very, very comfortable. They do everything. They're very attentionate. I remember the canteen, all kinds of foods, all kinds of desserts, really to make the athletes very comfortable. And we can see all through social media how all the athletes are showing off,
Yeah.
showing their uniforms, their clothes,
Of
clothes
course.
that China has given.
It's very great, very colorful. And as you can tell, we can see the speed now. It's
350
350 kilometers per hour.
It's fast, very fast.
Can you
very
feel
fast.
that? Like,
No,
Yes.
I cannot feel the speed. It's very comfortable.
yeah, and we're not moving.
No, not at all.
Slightly, but not like shaking or.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to tell that these robots were not only for fun, because they really help to reduce all the contacts between staff and athletes. So due to the pandemic, so
Yeah.
it's really, really important.
Yeah, and also it's also green, right? Like they want to achieve the carbon neutrality goal, so they're doing a lot of green efforts to make sure that there's like a less emission than expected.
Right,
Yeah.
the ice they've used, the technology they've used, there's an ice making system at the venue that uses mostly environmental friendly ice making technology, a carbon dioxide refrigerant. And using this technology, temperature difference between the ice surface can be controlled under within 0.5 degrees Celsius. And so yeah, they're really using tons of different technology to come back to the epidemic prevention.
Yeah.
They really put the emphasis on simplifying the organization of the games. So minimize the number of activities, reduce the number of personnel, of staff. Everybody has to be vaccinated. Staff have to be controlled, tested every day, daily. They have to wear N95 masks.
Yeah,
sorry.
N95.
Also, convenient transportation from one place to another, from the sites, from residence to restaurants to leisure and entertainment facilities.
You're such expert on this.
I've been here before. I've been here
You're a
before.
lecturer.
So really a closed loop management to make
Yeah.
sure that the athletes don't go out of this place and that they don't come in contact or infect.
I think it's the same when we're on the train, right? Like they have like close management
Yeah.
for 1 to 5 carriages, and we're now on this. So the train can be used for us, for media workers, but also to still transfer athletes between different competition zones. Yeah.
But it's not the first year of the pandemic. I think everybody get used to it, and everybody can understand what is the reason, yes, to do it.
Yeah,
It's
and
really
we're in the
difficult.
safest probably place in
Yes,
the world
really.
right now. So
Yeah.
if I was
I
an athlete,
agree.
I'd be very reassured to come here, and I
Yeah.
think it is the case. I think it is.
And I wonder, have you noticed that recently the mascot Bing Dun Dun got viral on the internet? There are a lot of foreigners very fascinated by Bing Dun Dun, the panda. So we have
Especially
like
a
an astronaut
Japanese,
panda.
yeah, very
Yeah.
short,
journalist,
short
right?
video about how people find it very interesting. If you can see it clear.
I think we can buy one here. I'd like to buy
Yeah.
one for
Yes.
my daughter.
Me
like,
too. I want to
Yes.
panda.
There's a
want
shop
to.
in Carriage for media.
Yeah, there's a
so-
shop in the carriage. There's a restaurant in the carriage. There's everything in
Yes,
this carriage, right? In
we'll
this
go
train,
after,
sorry.
after our
So
live
they have
stream
many
and-
souvenirs here.
They have many souvenirs. We
Okay,
can buy
that's
some
great. I
later.
need maybe a panda bear or something.
It's also
Yes.
very interesting because they have the surprise box.
Uh-huh.
Then you don't know which one you
Oh.
got. And
Ah.
then probably you've been to other mascots in different shapes, but you can't just pick. And then you don't know what you got, so it will surprise you
Oh,
or
that's pretty
disappoint you, of
interesting.
course.
Okay.
Did
There's
you buy
some-
one?
I bought another because this year is the year of tiger.
Tiger.
So I bought me and my colleagues. We bought a tiger. We bought tigers in such a surprise box.
Is it being done in a tiger?
No, but only in tigers.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Tiger.
So
Which one did you get?
Let's try it.
Oh, a tiger like
Later.
a dinosaur.
Oh wow!
So happy New Year to our audience. I will be a tiger, year of tiger, and it's still during one of the most important Chinese festival. That's the Spring Festival. So happy New Year. Wish you a good year of tiger and everything goes well.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, and sorry. Video
Spring
continues
Festival.
show. It was the athletes. So they're amazed by the bat actually.
Yep.
Yeah. So we have a very special performance today from Sasha, right?
The highlight of
Yeah,
the
The
show.
highlight of the show.
Looking forward to watching
Yes.
it.
As I said before, today at the Russian Culture Center in Beijing, we will gather, and before the opening ceremony, we will sing a song in different languages.
Oh, wow.
And our song will be about these Olympic Games.
It's the motto of the game, right?
Yes. It's a motto of the
Sasha,
game.
would you like to give a shout out to any family members or?
We'll give you a chance later.
Okay.
Sure. So
Yes. Нам всем нужна любовь, и удачи мы здесь всех найдем. Together for a shared future, идти к победе мы идем.
wow.
К победе мы идем. К победе мы идем.
What is Победе? What's the last? What was
It's
the
mean
last?
victory.
Victory.
So
Victory.
everybody hopes for the victory.
Yeah.
And I think it's the song reflects very good the main idea of the Olympic Games, that Olympic Games can overcome all the
Difficulties.
problems as a community of a shared future.
Of course.
We together. I think it's the main thing.
Yeah, and I think despite war time, and also the very difficult time of pandemic,
Yeah.
we still need Olympic spirit to be together and then to do sports and come together for a shared future.
Yeah, foster cultural exchanges like we're doing right now in this show.
Yes.
We're all from
Yeah.
different backgrounds, different cultures, and we're actually sharing a show
Yeah.
together and a shared future because
Yes,
we're
of
going
course.
in time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Faster, stronger, higher, plus together. I think it's the main word for nowadays, really, because we
course.
need to be together. It's only the way to survive, really.
Yeah, of
And to
course.
help each other.
Yeah. So at the end, you want to send up some best wishes to the athletes who are going to preparing for the game and in the games.
Yeah,
Right?
I hope, I wish that all Belgian, French, and all speaking athletes have much success during these games, and also wish you all another wonderful year of the tiger.
Yeah, and 加油. You want to say that in French?
Bon courage,
Sorry.
bon courage à tous les athlètes. Je vous suis ici depuis Pékin, et donc voilà.
Yeah, we can't understand that,
Yeah.
but thank you. And then 加油 will say, and then go get it. Also, 新年快乐, Happy Spring Festival. Yeah.
Okay, to all the athletes, I wish you the best of luck. It's your time to shine, no matter what happens. We're very, very proud of you. A todos los atletas hispanohablantes, os deseo lo mejor en estos Juegos Olímpicos. Ya por el solo hecho de llegar a los Juegos Olímpicos, tenéis que estar muy, muy, muy orgullosos. Os envío muchos abrazos y besos desde Beijing.
I
Vamos.
can understand
With the
back to
kiss.
you.
I should have given a kiss too.
Yeah,
Okay,
kiss
we're
later.
still on time, so
Okay.
Yeah, I can feel.
Yes.
you can understand the Spanish.
Yeah, a little bit, but I can feel
We can
how
feel the
hard-
love. We
yeah,
can
we
feel
can
the
feel
love.
how
Yeah,
hard
sure.
the
Of
word.
course.
Yes,
And
Sasha.
I wish Russian athletes to achieve much more gold and silver medals. And we
That's a
are
lot of
with
pressure.
you. We will watch your competitions Your victories are in our hearts. Ребята, мы с вами. Только победа, только успех. Россия, вперед!
Thank you so much. It's really great honor to have
It was
you
a real
guys on
pleasure.
our show.
Thank you so much.
And for this journey. So happy Spring Festival, and then see you. Before we go, we'll have like a preview of today's games, and then come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll be on this train, bring you the Winter Games Express. Thank you. See you.
Au revoir.
Adios.
Всем пока.
Hello there, and welcome to this special show of the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics, presented to you by CGTN Sports Scene. I'm your host, Wang Dong from Beijing. For the upcoming 18 days, we'll bring you the latest information about the competition schedules and athletes' information related to their whereabouts and so forth from this newly designed and state-of-the-art virtual reality studio. We certainly hope you can enjoy this show with us throughout the whole games. So on February 4th, China's women's ice hockey team will take on Denmark in the preliminary round at 12:10 p.m. Meanwhile, figure skating will start its team event competition at the Capital Indoor Stadium. And in curling, China will face Canada in the mixed doubles at the Ice Cube. And the real showcase, of course, will begin at 20:00 or 8 p.m. Beijing time when the opening ceremony unveils. So, all in all, the 17-day ice and snow journey in Beijing is ready to go.